Hello students, how are you? I hope you are all safe with your family. Students, today we will study first poem of literature, that is Dust of Snow. It is given in the book First Flight. This poem is written by Robert Frost. Robert Frost was a famous American poet. He was born in San Francisco on March 26, 1874. His father belonged to New England and his mother was a Scottish immigrant from Edinburgh. By 1920s, Frost was the most celebrated poet in America. His poetical works, A Boy's Will, North of Boston, New Hampshire, A Further Range, Stipple Bush, and In the Clearing, increased his fame and honor. Children, you also studied one poem of Robert Frost in class 9th also. That was The Road Not Taken. Now this poem, Dust of Snow, was published in New Hampshire in 1923. And this collection gave him the Pulitzer Prize. This is the most prestigious prize given in the literary field. Now, this poem describes a very simple happening in very simple words. It tells us that sometimes even a small incident may prove to be of a greater significance. Now here in this poem, the poet is little upset while sitting under the hemlock tree. And suddenly, a crow sitting on the tree shakes the tree and the fine particles of snow from tree fall upon the poet. It's a very simple natural incident, but the soft and cold touch of snow changes the poet's mood from sad to happy and he starts feeling refreshed. And this way, a simple moment proves to be very significant and saves the rest of the day of the poet from being wasted or just ended in regret. Now, first of all, let's read the poem and then we will discuss the other parts. Now, first extract it is given, the way a crow shook down on me the dust of snow from a hemlock tree. Now, what is given in the first 4 lines? That all of a sudden a crow comes from nowhere. The crow sits on the poisonous hemlock tree and a lot of snow had already gathered at the top of that tree. The coming of the crow brings some dust of snow down and that fine dust of snow falls on the poet. Now very simply it is given, the way a crow shook on me the dust of snow from a hemlock tree. That it simply the dust of snow falls on the poet and he is standing under the hemlock tree. And now let's see what happens to him after the snow falls on him. Has given my heart a change of mood and saved some part of a day I had rued. Now what happens? That falling of fine dust of snow on him makes him very happy. A change comes into his mood and his mood brightens all of a sudden. And he had given all hopes of saving that dull and cheerless day. He was very disappointed that day. But this small incident changed his life forever. And what he thought, that the day which most of the part he has already wasted, thus he had already wasted most of the day. But what he says, that I had saved some part of the day I had rued, which I held in regret, which I was regretting about, I had saved that part of the day and his mood was completely changed. This act of falling of the fine dust of snow on him has cheered his heart and mood. So, and here in this poem, we can notice these 3 words. First one is given in the title, the word dust. And second one is the bird they have taken. They have taken crow. Most of the time the poets use beautiful birds like nightingale, okay, or some other birds. And trees, if we talk about tree, they use oak tree, maple tree. But here the poet has used crow and hemlock tree. Hemlock is a poisonous tree, as it is mentioned in the word meanings also. It's a poisonous tree. And what he wants to say, that even these two negative things, crow and hemlock, they also can bring change in somebody's life. If we notice these small little changes, we that can make our life happier. And dust, he has not used flakes of snow, but he has used dust of snow, because the poet was not able to notice the weather and the weather around him. He was just very disappointed. That's why he has used the word dust here, that this dust, it was dust for him that fell on him, and that changed his mood completely. So this is the poem given, Dust of Snow. And if we talk about the theme of this poem, it's very simple, that I have already discussed, that little things in life can make huge changes in our future. If we take our hard times in stride, eventually something will happen to change our situation into happier time. Not all the days are dark days. Okay, so that will definitely bring some happiness in life. The simple thing we do for others can make all the difference. Just think about those random acts of kindness we do and how much they brighten a person's day and sometimes change their future. Sometimes if we do a little thing for somebody, small act of kindness can change their life forever. Okay, noticing and appreciating all the small things. Sometimes we never appreciate or see the small things, the small things that we are getting at our home from our parents or from the teachers, but we always focus on something else. And that's what happens, that can make these small things, noticing and appreciating those, if we are thankful for such things, that can make our life happier. It also causes us to have a spirit that is willing to change and therefore succeed. And the title is also quite apt there, that falling flakes of snow on the poet under a tree. Now he has written that poet has used the word dust instead of flakes. He has done it deliberately to maintain the paradoxical element. Paradoxical is, that is opposite situations. He want to say that snow is it is a symbol of happiness, but dust, he has used the word dust here. Like same with the crow and hemlock, all are associated with negativity. And poet successfully bring out the idea that how negative elements can bring positivity into somebody's mood. Okay, rhyme scheme, if we talk about the rhyme scheme, it's very simply given: crow, me, snow and tree. So now crow A, me is B, snow is again A, crow and snow are matching A, and tree is matching with me, so it is A, B, A, B. And same way in the second stanza also the same rhyme scheme is there. Heart and part, A and A are there, mood and rude, B and B are there, so rhyme scheme will be A, B, A, B. So this is about the rhyme scheme. And one more poetical device used here is alliteration. You can see in the fifth line, has, H, has, H word is used, H alphabet in the word has, and heart word H alphabet. So all are, these two are repeating. So this is alliteration. And in the eighth line also, saved some part. Seventh line it is given, saved some part, S and S. So saved some. So it is also alliteration there. And he has used imagery, that we can imagine that as we read this poem, we can imagine a tree and the coming of the crow, and it is all quite, we can imagine these things. So he has employed visual imagery in this short poem. So children, I have already discussed all these points, and I have already told you about the crow and the hemlock tree, that they don't represent cheerfulness or brightness, but as I have told you that even a negative thing can bring happiness in our life. Okay, negative elements can bring positivity into our life. So this is all about the poem. Next assignments and questions I will send you through WhatsApp. Thank you.